Hi, Namaste. This is Surabhi, your master teacher of chemistry at Vedantu. Welcome to the sprint Alchemy. So we are already done with part 1 of study of acids, bases and salts. If you have not watched yet, go back and watch the video. Here is the entire schedule of the sprint Alchemy. Before that, these are the topics which we have covered in part 1, and today we will be discussing some important questions of these following topics, that is strength of an acid and a base, indicators, pH and pH scale, salts. Okay, so this is the entire schedule. We are already done with 3 sessions and sprint Alchemy will come to an end on March 1st. So make sure to watch all these videos, and every single day from 18th to 1st these videos will be premiered at 8 p.m. on Elementary Chemistry by Vedantu. And if you are new here, do not forget to subscribe to the channel, hit the like button, share the video with your friends and your relatives and everyone who is interested in learning chemistry, and the bell icon so that you will be notified and you would like, ma'am, I'm late, ma'am, I couldn't watch it. Let's skip that part by clicking on the bell icon. So today is your opportunity to build tomorrow you want. We all dream of something. We all have a goal. Maybe I want to travel the world. You want to buy a certain car, or get a house for your parents. Everything. It's not only if you just sit and daydream about it, those things won't come to you, right? You need to work hard. You want to make sure that every day you are going a step closer to your dreams. So do not wait for tomorrow, do not wait for that perfect plan. Start working from today. Right at this moment. All the very best. And here is our first question. So what do you understand by the strength of an acid? On which factors does the strength of an acid depend? So total marks 1 mark and sprint time is 1 minute. So what do you understand by the strength term strength of an acid? It's the extent to which an acid can dissociate or ionize in water, right? You will add an acid to water, so will it be able to undergo complete ionization or partial? So that is what is the strength. So if it is undergoing almost or complete dissociation, then it is an strong acid, otherwise it's a weak acid. On which factors does the strength of an acid depend? On the concentration, on the ionization, degree of ionization of the acids. So distinguish between a common acid-base indicator and a universal indicator, the acidity of bases and basicity of acids. So a common acid-base indicator will only tell you about whether a given substance is acidic, basic or neutral. That's all. है ना? Acidic है या basic. That's all you will get to know, because litmus, blue to red means acid, red to blue means it is basic. That's all. But how will you know whether the given substance is a weak acid or a strong acid, weak base or a strong base? That is when universal indicator will come to our rescue. है ना? Because it will change its color according to the pH of the solution. So this is the major difference between common acid-base indicator and a universal indicator. Coming to the acidity of bases and basicity of acids. So the acidity of bases is the number of hydroxyl ions produced when a molecule of base is dissolved in water. Which water soluble base, okay, an alkali. Whereas the basicity of acids is the number of replaceable hydrogen atoms or the number of hydronium ions produced when a molecule of acid is dissolved in water. So these are the differences between the acidity of bases and basicity of acids. So you have 2 sub questions here, so each carry 1 mark. Question number 3. What do you understand by pH value? 2 solution X and Y have pH values of 4 and 10 respectively. Which one of these 2 will give a pink color with phenolphthalein indicator? So what do you understand by pH value? So pH value will tell about the amount of hydrogen ion present in that particular substance. अगर H plus ion का concentration ज़्यादा है तो the pH value will be less. कम है तो ज़्यादा होंगे pH value, right? Because they are inversely proportional. So that is what is a pH value, which will tell you about the amount of H plus or OH minus ion present in the substance. Two solution X and Y. So X का value है 4G and Y is 10. So we know when phenolphthalein is added to acidic solution less than 7 मतलब it is definitely an acidic solution. There won't be any change in the color. But Y, which is basic, because its pH is 10, then obviously it will change, or the solution turns pink color when phenolphthalein is added, because this is basic in nature. Next question, how does tooth enamel get damaged? What should be done to prevent it? Okay, so tooth enamel, you know, when you consume a lot of excess of food like chocolates, junk food and everything, so there will be bacterial action on those, and there will be the tooth enamel, which is one of the strongest substance, gets damaged when the pH goes below 5.5. So even though our saliva is alkaline, even though it tries to increase the pH, it won't be effective because the pH is like 5.5 and the saliva is like slightly alkaline. So when you start using a toothpaste which is basic in nature, generally the normal toothpaste which we use will be basic in nature, so that will help us to increase the pH of mouth to prevent the tooth decay. That's the answer. So as this is asked for 2 marks, so write everything. So what happens, so what is the pH value, you need to know. It is 5.5. When it falls below 5.5, that is when the tooth decay starts. So when you use toothpaste which is basic in nature, it will help us to prevent the tooth decay by increasing the pH of mouth. Want to join us, gain 100% knowledge and score 100% marks? Sounds interesting. So then visit the link given in the description and in the pinned comment. Use the coupon code SURPRO. But where should I use the coupon code? What are you talking about? I know there will be lots of questions. Let me answer it one by one. So we all want to attend load of sessions so that you can understand different concepts by different master teachers. You will get connected to some few, with some there won't be any connection. So you will have the freedom to choose your master teacher, to choose your language and what time you want to attend the classes. You will have so many options only here. You will be competing with the students all over the world, and then handwritten notes will be provided after every session. Assignments will be shared with you, because you all know practice is super duper important, right? And there will be in-class doubt solving. That means once you enter the session, we will make sure that, because there will be a master teacher and class teachers, to ensure that all of your doubts are getting solved in class, that too instantly. So there will be option where a teacher can unmute you. You can have a conversation where you can, if you have any doubts or any queries, you can resolve them then and there, which is very important, right? So along with that, bonus to chahiye, you will get free micro courses, crash courses once only if you are a pro subscriber. Less is more. How? Greater the number of classes you attend, lesser the price you need to pay. But there is this limited amazing period offer going on, so you'll be getting 50% off. People, 50% off. And Nika baby 50% off chal raha hai, so and I have already ordered what I want. So up to 1,500 rupees, go and grab it. The link is in the description and in the pinned comment, because this offer is for the limited period. That's all. So use the coupon code SURPRO. See, per class you will be paying only 3.3 rupees. So every day we do spend like minimum 20-30 rupees now, but in 3.3 rupees you will get the notes, assignments. You can talk to your favorite master teacher, learn your favorite subject, understand the concept really well with some 3D assets. Everything is available here. So make sure to check it out. Visit the link in the description. So the next question is, carbonic acid, explain the following. Okay, so we have 3 sub questions there. Carbonic acid gives an acid salt, but hydrochloric acid does not. Explain. Dilute HCl is stronger than concentrated acid. Acetic acid, explain. Nitrogen dioxide is a double acid anhydride. So this is for 3 marks. So carbonic acid, let me write the formula. Okay, this is H2CO3 and HCl. So which kind of acids gives the acid salt? So here you have two replaceable hydrogens. So it can form one acid salt and the next one will be a neutral one, right? A complete salt, a common salt. For example, you know, H2CO3, when it is made to react with NaOH, first what can you get? So there is this one hydrogen will be replaced, so you will get NaHCO3. And now this is basically an acid salt because you have two replaceable hydrogens. But in case of HCl, there is only one hydrogen. So that is the reason it cannot form acid salt, but carbonic acid can. You got the point? So carbonic acid is a dibasic salt because it has two replaceable hydrogens. So it forms an acid salt and a normal salt. And then when it comes to HCl, which has only one replaceable hydrogen, so it will form only the normal salt. So second question is, dilute hydrochloric acid is stronger than highly concentrated acetic acid. See, concentration and strength are two different aspects. So concentration is about the amount of H plus or OH minus ion present in the solution. But strength is about the degree of ionization. So dilute hydrochloric acid, even though it is dilute, it can undergo complete ionization or dissociation, whereas acetic acid cannot. That too will make it a weak acid. It's not about concentration, it's about the degree of dissociation or ionization. So question number C, sub question, nitrogen dioxide is a double acid anhydride. So what exactly is double acid anhydride? So if I have nitrogen dioxide, when it is added to water, you will get two acids, nitrous and nitric. So that is the reason it is called as a double acid anhydride. So when it is added to water, you will get HNO2, nitrous and nitric acid. So it is called as it is a double acid anhydride. So next one, a solution has a pH of 7. Explain how you would increase its pH, decrease its pH. If a solution changes the color of litmus from red to blue, what can you say about its pH? What can you say about the pH of solution that liberates carbon dioxide from sodium carbonate? Okay. So first one, you have a neutral solution. How will you increase its pH? By adding a base. है ना? So you will be increasing the OH minus ion concentration by adding a base. First one. How do you decrease its pH? By adding an acid. Because there will be increase in the H plus ion concentration. So B, if a solution changes the color of litmus from red to blue, what can you say about its pH? Red to blue. So its pH will be more than 7. Because it has to be a base. So C, what can you say about the pH of a solution that liberates carbon dioxide from sodium carbonate? So we know sodium carbonate is basic. The question is, what can you say about the pH of a solution that liberates carbon dioxide from sodium carbonate? So it has to be acidic with pH less than 7. So these are the answers. See, the questions are very much even though when you read it, you're like red to blue, which liberates carbon dioxide, but it's only about the range, no, 0 to 14. Agar acid hai to less than 7, if it is basic, more than 7, that's all. But when you are reading the questions, make sure you understand it properly, read it twice if needed, and then only start answering. Next, define the following and give 2 examples in each case. A normal salt, an acidic salt, a mixed salt. Okay, so define the following. A normal salt is basically when there is a complete neutralization of an acid and a base. So you will end up getting the salt, which will consist of one cation and one anion. So a normal salt are the salts formed with a complete replacement or the complete neutralization of the ionizable hydrogen atoms of an atom by a metallic or ammonium ion, because all the metals, all the bases will contain a metal ion or the ammonium as the cation. No? So that is what is being replaced. Hydrogen ion is being replaced by those. So that is the definition. And an acid salt, so acid salts are formed when there is partial replacement. For example, in case of carbonic acid, you could form NaHCO3, which is an acid salt. Why? Because it still had one hydrogen which is replaceable. So acid salts are formed by the partial replacement of the ionizable hydrogen atoms. If it is polybasic, polybasic means, you know, of a polybasic acid. For example, you have H2CO3, H3PO4, which has more than one hydrogen. See, mixed salt, if you have more than one metallic ion, okay, so more than one basic or acid radical, so it can be two metallic ions or more than one the acid radical. So for example, NaKCO3, here you have Na plus K plus. CaOCl2, you have O and Cl2. So these kind of salts are called mixed salts. Understood? A normal salt, you can write, give any example, NaCl, KCl or Na2CO3. And when it comes to an acid salt, it must contain at least one hydrogen, NaHSO4 or Na2HPO4. When it comes to mixed salt, it should either contain one or more than one acid radical or a basic radical. For example, NaKCO3 or CaOCl2, calcium oxychloride. Eighth is, what do you understand by water of crystallization? Give 4 substances which contain water of crystallization and write their common names. So what do you understand by the term water of crystallization? So this is the 3 marks. Huh? So 1 mark for the definition and the 2 for writing the examples. So water of crystallization is basically the fixed number of water molecules present in the crystal or in the structure of a salt. Okay, so if it is the amount of water molecules, it will be always fixed, which enters into loose chemical combination of one molecule of the substance on crystallization from its aqueous solution. So basically, in simple words, it is the fixed number of water molecules which have been incorporated into the structure of that substance. That is it. Okay, for example, ferrous sulfate, it has 7 water molecules. Copper sulfate, 5 here. And in case of gypsum, there are 2. Washing soda, 10. So these are the few examples. So washing soda is the common name, sodium carbonate decahydrate, because it has 10 water molecules. That will be its chemical name, and this is the formula. Epsom, so it is magnesium sulfate heptahydrate because it has 7 water molecules. You have blue vitriol because it is copper sulfate with 5 water molecules. In gypsum, it is its common name. Calcium sulfate dihydrate is the chemical name with 2 water molecules. And then as I told you, the green vitriol, ferrous sulfate, which has 7 water molecules. Potash alum, it has 24 water molecules. So here alum is AlSO4 twice dot 24H2O. So potash mein you will add those the basic radical part here. It can be anything. So generally potash alum is K2SO4 dot AlSO4 twice dot 24H2O. So because AlSO4 thrice is not, AlSO4 twice is not right, no, because Al3 plus SO4 2 minus it is. So another K plus ion will be there. So question number 9, name the salt which on hydrolysis forms acidic, basic, neutral solution. Give a balanced equation for each reaction. So name the salt which on hydrolysis forms acidic, basic, neutral. So here when you have a salt, okay, so on hydrolysis, so which one will give you the acid? For example, FeCl3 plus water, what will you get? You will get HCl, which is an acid, so it is forming an acidic solution. Basic, you know, maybe NaOH, if it is forming NaOH. Neutral, NaCl, what will you get? You won't get anything, no? Na plus OH minus. So name the salt which on hydrolysis forms acidic. So it will be FeCl3 you can take, because you are getting 3HCl. And when it comes to a basic salt, sodium carbonate, sodium bicarbonate, on hydrolysis you will get NaOH, which is a base, a strong base. So obviously it will form a basic solution. Neutral solution, NaCl or KCl or Na2SO4. You can take any examples, but make sure that they are they weak acids or strong acids or acidic or basic salt. Those differences you have to know, otherwise you're going to go wrong here. The last question, state the change noticed when blue litmus are introduced in the following solution: Na2CO3, NaCl, NH4NO3, magnesium chloride. So let me tell you, these two are neutral, so there won't be any change. And Na2CO3 is a basic or acidic? Think Na2CO3, Na plus CO3 minus 2. So it is a basic solution. So when you have dipped blue litmus, obviously there won't be or added blue litmus solution, there won't be any change because it is basic in nature. With NH4NO3, as it is acidic salt, it will turn blue litmus red. Okay, so with red litmus, the first one, there will be change. It changes red litmus to blue. But in case of NaCl, MgCl2, there won't be any changes. NH4NO3 is an acidic salt which changes blue litmus to red. So if you are confused with how to identify whether the given salt is acidic or alkaline, look at the acid and base from which it has been derived. Na2, Na plus, NaOH strong acid, CO3, CO3 2 minus, H2CO3 weak acid. So that's how we will judge whether the given substance or salt is acidic, basic or neutral in nature. So with this, we are done with all these topics: study of acids, bases and salts, acids and its classification, bases and its classification, properties of acids and bases, dilution and ionization of acids, strength of an acid and a base, indicators, pH and pH scale, salts. And here is your homework question. An aqueous solution of the salt ammonium chloride is acidic, while an aqueous solution of sodium chloride is neutral. Why? Yeah, let me just, it is neutral. Why? That's your homework question. Let me know the answer in the comment sections. The next session will be on analytical chemistry. Interesting, no? So we are already done with the study of acids, bases and salts. If you have not watched the part 1, it was premiered on 20th Feb. Do not forget to watch it. And let me remind it to you again, there is this limited period offer going on. You'll be able to get 50% off up to 1,500 rupees. Visit the link which is in the description and in the pinned comment. Use the coupon code SURPRO so that you can avail the discount. Thank you so much. And hit the like button, share this video with your friends and subscribe to the channel. Take care.